I saw that Bishop Jakes is named in one of the lawsuits against Puff Daddy. Not necessarily that there's allegations that is directly attached to. It's how he was used by Puff Daddy. That might be the area of his naming, why he was called into this court case and stuff like that, which has caused him a lot of problems ever since that friendship that he has with Puff Daddy. But speaking of friendship, it reminded me of something. Like someone sent me a few pictures and said, "Have you seen these pictures?" And so it made me go back and look at more other kind of like their social medias and stuff. And too much of something can start speaking by itself without us reading much into it. Sarah Jakes, which is the Bishop T.D. Jakes' daughter, and her husband, which is, the in-law to Jakes, have a very weird social media posts and stuff like that. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this thing. Friendship with the world. You see how friendship with the world has affected the father. Now, I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. Sarah Jakes and her husband, this is them. These are the kind of pictures that they used to take. And you can see very normal pictures, very couple-centered type of pictures. You may put it so. That one is from Sarah's page, right? Now, even on his page as well, very normal pictures. Earlier on, the earlier on pictures, very normal couple pictures. You can see that's posted on his page as well. But then it gets weird. It gets into the side where you're like, okay, this is one of the pictures that the person sent me. And I thought, maybe, laughing, it's a pose. But then at the same time, it's like, one eye over, whole symbolism, which is an Illuminati type of symbol. But I was like, just an error maybe, Hey, it's just an error, she was posing, it was fun. But then, you're like, it's okay, this is getting a little bit, it's getting a little bit, it's two different poses now. It's two different poses. On the first one, this was the first one, right? On that same slide shot, we have this one. It's like, oh, okay. And then there was this one, almost like a triangle thingy over there near the eye. Maybe we're reading too much into it, right? There's a triangle on the side, a triangle on the side, and then there's the whole thing of covering the eye on the same collage of pictures. It's fine, just maybe it's just a little bit, we're reading too much into it. But then there's this one here. And you're like, what's going on with the husband over there, the rock symbol that Jay used to do. So there are a couple pictures kind of got a bit weird. That's on Sarah's page right there. So I'm like, this hand gesture here, it just doesn't sit. This gesture just does not sit. But on the other hand, you can say, what? It's just, it's here and there. There's nothing much to it. But then I saw something else on her page. This was her now. You can see that gesture she was making. It's a clip thing on Instagram that she posted of them while they were wearing their ministry outfits. She's doing that diamond pyramid thing, like she's doing it like this. And so it's him, and then it's her on the other side. Okay, Just a few weird posts, okay? Maybe we are reading too much into it, Yeah, y'all know us social media. We sometimes overreact, take things too much, but then it's not helping. You're not helping the subject. You're not helping the argument. You're not helping this matter. 8 weeks ago. This was posted 8 weeks ago. February, you can see there. And they are throwing up that rock right there. Friendship with the world affects people. It might strain your desires. That's why the Bible says, it's trouble for the man who's trying to build a legacy for himself. We take on the mark or the weight of the Messiah's message. When we start carrying our own agendas, it can create problems. Oh, it's him that's trying to be wealthy, that's trying to make a name for himself. To make Christ known. Who am I? Who are you? Because now you create this type of friendships with the world that when we see you doing this, it just doesn't sit. And you're doing it so many times. Like, I think, I think I would have excused it if otherwise. But you see this particular collage of pictures that she did here, right? There's this one, and you can see right there, boom. You go over to the next picture, there's that whole thing near the eye. Okay, maybe we're just reading too much into it. We read too much into everything. And so, there's that one as well. And so, too much of something. It ends up just saying, these people are too close to the world. These popular ministers or popular pastors, they are too close to the world. Too close. If you check these couples, Sarah Jakes and her husband, you check their earlier posts, they didn't do this stuff. You can go back, watch it. They didn't do this stuff. I think the one of them wearing that outfit, it goes back how many weeks? This one here goes back about 27 weeks or so. That's kind of like the oldest. I don't know if you go further back down, but in their earlier pictures, they don't have these weird things. Even him, the husband, he didn't pose. He didn't throw these signs before. All of a sudden, like over the last 2-3 years, now they just throw in these signs every now and then and stuff. Friendship with the world corrupts. You're trying to have a reality television show. You're trying to be the example for everyone. You want to be known in business and very influential. You want to be a pastor. You want to be an influencer. You want to be, oh Jesus. You create this type of problems. Yes. Now to fit into those brackets. So in this video, it's a reminder, too much of something, too much friendship with the world to label you. You keep throwing up this Masonic triangle and Masonic diamond. It just starts looking a certain way, man. It starts looking a certain way. Because if you actually look, like for those that don't know, there might be someone who says, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean when you say it's a Masonic hand gesture. So that particular diamond thingy, it's taken, you look at it within the thingy of the Illuminati. That's how they would kind of like gesture, basically. I think most people kind of knew it from Jay-Z. He stopped doing it. The reason why Jay-Z stopped doing it was because he had a lawsuit on it. It's this particular thing right here, right? And so they do it many different ways and stuff like that. And but mostly this particular gesture, or this triangle, as you might actually put it, is known as a Masonic thing. Some people say no, it's a posture of power or whatever you might call it, but that particular gesture is known for being a sign, a public salute. So too much friendship with the world creates such a scenario. Be careful what you associate with, because it will start to influence you. We don't know if they are there or they are not, but they are doing it so much. You know? Like Barcelona, I take a few pictures. Actually, just gonna see me posing like that. You know, it's just not something that comes thinking. Yes, these are gestures, these are hand gestures and stuff. You know, it's different. But then when you have it like everywhere, like it's you, just too much of something, can start speaking messages that you might have not intended. But hey, y'all tell me what you think. Friendship with the world will cost you.